Welcome. In this video I'm going to be taking a look at this NOEVSBIG LED desk lamp. Now, this was provided to me by the distributor, but they're not compensating me for this video and they're not reviewing it before I post it. If you find this video helpful and want to purchase one of these, I'll put a link to it in the description on Amazon, and if you use that link, it helps me out a little bit and doesn't cost you anything extra. So here's the lamp. So this is a very large lamp. It extends to 48.8 inches. So here we have a clamp, and this can unscrew on the back side and can screw into here. So you could clamp it on the side of a table, or you could clamp it to the back of something. So there's two orientations that this will work in. So I'll clamp this to the edge of my table. It has a power adapter. So this is powered off USB. The adapter outputs 5 volts at 2 amps. Comes with a support card here. And does come with a user manual. It says package includes the metal swing arm, USB adapter, and the manual. The model number is 1X650-4B. Power input is DC 5 volts at 2 amps. Luminous flux is 960 lumens. LED lifespan is 50,000 hours. The CRI is greater than 80. The quantity of LEDs is 80 pieces. So this talks about how to adjust the color temperature and the brightness, and there's some warnings here too. So I'll get this unpackaged here. Okay, so here's the end here. I'll loosen this clamp, and here's the light. There's plastic over it. I'll pull that off. And I'll feed this wire through here. And then I can put this post through the metal here. I'll just wiggle this around until I get it through. I'm just going to use a little screwdriver here to help pry this apart a little bit. There we go. Now I can tighten this down. So this can be rotated in this orientation, and you can rotate it back and forth in this orientation too. So I'll plug this into my power, and now I can press the power to turn it on. There we go. I'll turn off my camera light. So here's the light. We can change the color temperature. So that's more of a blue. That's a regular white, and this is more of a warm color. So that's the cooler, regular, and warm. It also has brightness. So that's full brightness. We can dim this. So that's the lowest brightness. There's the lowest brightness in the cool and the regular white. I can press off, turn it back on. So I'm going to unplug it. Let's change it to the blue, and we have the lowest brightness. I'm going to unplug it. And I'll plug it back in, and I'll turn it on. And that reverted to the default mode. So I wanted to do that test to see how it reacts to being unplugged. So this wouldn't be ideal for controlling with a timer or a smart device if you wanted to go back to anything but the default mode. So I'll position this to shine down on the desk. So this has a very long arm on it. I'll zoom out on that in a minute. I'm going to turn the lights off in this room so you can see it on the desk. So here it is on the desk, and here's a piece of paper under it. And this is on the brightest mode, and this is on the dimmest mode. Okay, so I've moved the camera back a bit. It's tricky to get this whole thing in frame. We have an adjustment here, an adjustment here, and the adjustment on the end. Is that still in frame? Barely. So I can lift this thing up really high. So here's the camera here. This is 36 inches off of the surface, and if I raise that up, it would be at the 48-inch max, and that would point sideways at that point. So now I'll lower it. So that's at a very low position. So this arm is very versatile. You can position it in all sorts of ways. So you could use this for reading or tasks at your desk. You could also clamp it to a desk and point it to a wall to illuminate some artwork. So this is a very versatile light. I think this light would be very handy for doing like craft work, projects, reading. It could be used for architects or going over plans or big things, and you can move this around to the areas you want to really focus on if you have a really big project. I like that this uses LED so they'll last a long time and it's very bright. I also like that it uses USB. It gives you lots of options for plugging it in. It came with an adapter that you can plug into the wall, but you could also power this off a USB port that's built into your desk. You could use this off a battery pack if you're using it in a location that doesn't have power. So this would work well in a trailer, like if you're a contractor and you have a work trailer and you want a light to light up a area. Say you are writing up an invoice for someone and have a little desk area. You could have this light in there. You could plug it into a USB battery pack and you could have light to write up your contract or whatever. So that's the NOEVSBIG LED desk lamp with swing arm. That's all I'm going to cover in this video. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. If you like this video, please click like. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd appreciate if you could do that. And thanks for watching. Until next time, goodbye.